Merry Christmas! Yes, Mimi has gone nuts. This past couple of days I have worked real hard on making some delicious goodies using pecans and peanuts. So I've got some bags of raw peanuts. We're going to sugar those up. I've got several bags of pecans. We're going to be using those in recipe. Let's get started with first up the pecans, and I found this recipe on Pinterest and I'm going to tell you it turned out delicious. This is probably now my new favorite. It's cinnamon spice pecans. And here are the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. You make it in your crock pot, so it's very easy. You just let that cook in your crock pot for about 3 hours. It turned out great. So if you'd like to screenshot these recipes and follow along, that would be awesome. Then I'm going to do some white chocolate pecans also. So stay tuned through the whole video so you can get all of these recipes and exactly how I prepared these pecans. So we're going to start with the cinnamon spice pecans. Okay, the first step is to break our egg, and we only want the egg white part. So I'm just shifting that around to get the egg white in the bottom of a large bowl, and then I'm going to be adding in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I picked this up at Sam's. I don't mind imitation vanilla. It comes in bulk, lasts me a long time. I'm going to whisk that together. Just beat it until it's nice and fluffy. Then we're going to add in those pecan halves. And I also picked up that bag for $10 at Sam's. We're going to be adding in the sugar, the brown sugar and the white sugar, and we're also adding in 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. That is what makes these so delicious. This is the first time I have made this recipe, and I'm going to tell you it's a keeper now. Just mixing that all together, incorporating the sugars and the egg white and the vanilla until everything is coated. Alright, after I've got it coated very well, I'm going to take some butter spray and just spray inside the crock pot. And you're going to cut that on low, and we're going to cook this for 3 hours. So I've got my crock pot ready. We're just going to dump all of that mixture right into the crock pot. Now it did call for a half a cup of water, and we're going to wait and add that in after 2 hours. So everything goes in the crock pot and the lid back on, and then we're going to be stirring about every 40 minutes. So I set my timers so that I could go in at the end of 40 minutes and stir it well. Alright, 2 hours has passed. I've stirred it every 40 minutes. Now I'm adding in the water, and we're going to give it one more stir and make sure all of that is incorporated. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. It's just wonderful. And then we're going to put the lid back on for 1 more hour. Here is the finished product. We're going to set this out on a parchment paper lined pan where it will cool, and then once it cools, it's not sticky, but it is delicious. So I'm just going to put this, let it cool for an hour, and then I will jar it up. Now this recipe says it's best to keep these in an airtight container, so these will go into a jar and put a tight lid on, but I'm going to tell you they're not going to last long at my house. Now I'm just going to take my spatula and spread these out and then let it sit for 1 hour. It has such a good, deep, sweet cinnamon taste. Oh, it's perfect. I will be making these every Christmas now. So I hope you'll give this recipe a try because it is so easy and delicious. Next up is our white chocolate pecans. Here is the recipe for this. It is very easy to make. You just melt your chocolate blocks in the microwave, and then you just pour them over your pecans. You don't have to put these in the oven. You don't have to cook them. They're just good and delicious. So let me show you how to make these, because even your children could help you with this. This is so easy. I'm going to take the blocks of the almond bark, put them in a microwavable glass bowl, and I'm going to put these in the microwave. The first time I'm going to do it for 60 seconds, and then we're going to every 30 seconds heat it until it is completely smooth and creamy. So now you can see after 3 times in the microwave, I've got it nice and creamy. So I'm just going to add in about 2 to 3 cups of the pecans, stir it all around, getting it nice and coated. And then again, you're going to drop these on some parchment paper and let them cool. And as they cool, they will harden. And after about an hour, they are nice and hard, so then you can package them up and give them out as Christmas presents or serve them on a platter for a party. But I'm going to tell you, these are so delicious. I also like the chocolate bark ones, but these white chocolates are perfect. Some of these I placed in a tin to eat, leave out on the counter for family and friends to eat. And then some I have placed in containers. These you also need to keep in an airtight container, but these will be given as gifts. And I made labels with Canva on my iPad. My last recipe for the day is our annual sugar-coated peanuts. You need raw shelled peanuts, sugar, and water, and those ingredients are so simple and they're so easy to make, and they're a very big favorite of the family. So we're going to show you how easy these are to make, and they make a lot, so you can make several recipes and have some nice gifts to give out. So in a large saucepan, I am heating up the water and the sugar until the sugar has dissolved. Once the sugar dissolves, then you can add in your peanuts. You want to bring this to a boil and let all of that sugar dissolve before you add the peanuts. Now I've got a nice clear liquid, so I'm going to go ahead and stir in those peanuts. My heat is on medium, and you're just going to frequently stir this until they become sugared. So you see I've still got some syrup down in that bowl. We're not quite ready yet, but I will show you. It goes by kind of quickly, so don't leave your stove. You don't want these to burn. But then all of a sudden, all of that liquid will cook out and your peanuts will get coated in a sugary coat. And that's when you know they're done. So when you see this stage, go ahead and take it off the heat and spread it out on an ungreased cookie sheet. Now I made 2 batches and filled up this very large cookie sheet pan. I've got my oven preheated at 300. We're going to put these in the oven for 25 minutes, but you do have to stir every 10 minutes. And this is what they look like. They're a beautiful golden color and have such a good sweet peanutty taste. And we've been making these for years. And you see I've got my jars washed and ready to pack these in, and they are always a family favorite. So sugar-coated peanuts is a nice gift to give others for Christmas. So here are our treats: the cinnamon spice pecans, the white chocolate pecans, and the sugar-coated peanuts. Very easy. They make great gifts. They're great to put out for a party. So I hope you'll give these recipes a try. Let me know if you make these or if you have a favorite nut, spice, or cookie mix. I'd love to hear from you. So I had a lot of fun putting these all together. Now I've got to go get my gift bags and my gift baskets packed with all of these goodies. But I tell you, those cinnamon spice ones are going to have to stay here. They were so good. My husband and I are going to have to keep that for ourselves. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget the hashtag sharingchristmasgoodies. I've spent the whole month trying to share goodie ideas with you so that you can give to others. Thank you so much for watching, and Merry Christmas. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.